We've got one more semifinal to come in the heavyweight division. And Peter Vines is up against the other Horenstein, Dimor Horenstein.
Well, what happens if both these brothers win?
Oh, I don't know. Brother to brother. Oh, brother, I hope that doesn't happen. Here's a look at the tail of the tape. Vines comes in at 26, Horenstein at 25. Horenstein is 9 pounds heavier. Both guys pretty tall, and again, it's Shidokan against survival.
Have a good fight, gentlemen.
Eddie Yashimura, third man in the ring. Horenstein will wear the...
Take this up. No, he's red.
Well, he was going to wear the red.
Yes, he was. And now it's going to be Vines who wears it. Horenstein on your left. He looks like his brother.
Ready? Good fight, gentlemen.
We're set to go. Shidokan, Team USA tournament. Our final semifinal for the right to go to the championship in the heavyweight division. Knees by Vines, down goes Horenstein. No points. And a knee to the head by Vines.
Well, he didn't even need to bring the head down. Horenstein made the mistake of leaning over. You've got to keep your head up in this full contact.
Again, the pressure being put on by Peter Vines, who's an instructor and trainer at the Chicago Fitness Center. Vines continues to work the knee. He's been in the Hong Kong Challenge, the 94 Rochester Challenge, the 95 Ultimate Test. Look at the big movement of Vines. He's got great athleticism.
Right, I don't know what he's trying to do with that jump.
Yeah.
When you get both feet in the air, there's nothing to kick with.
Horenstein with a kick to the head. Minute to go in this first round, an eventful one.
Now, I don't want to say this was the strategy, but maybe Horenstein knows he's not as good at the full contact as the kickboxing end, and both of the brothers could be kind of playing possum here.
Well, I wouldn't want to play possum with Vines, though, because he is a devastating performer.
Right, well, he's trying to get those knees in. He hasn't landed a clean one, but it still takes a lot of toll.
Vines
on you.
Vines won his first bout with a first-round KO, a knee to the face of Lawrence Woods. About 30 seconds to go in the first round. Vines taking a little bit of a breather, goes back to try to use those knees, but you notice he's not getting the same elevation, Don?
Right. Well, you know, he's using a lot of energy out there. I mean, he's got to grab the head and hold it still and then try to land those knees.
10 seconds to go.
He's doing kind of a jumping knee.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
No points scored in that first round. Interesting here that Vines works at the Chicago Fitness Center, and his instructor is Eddie Yashimura. So you've got your instructor in there judging you. You better put on a good show.
Right, well, you know, that's the kind of thing that, you know, Eddie's aware of, and I think it would actually work against you as a fighter, because he's going to go the other way to make sure there's no favoritism shown.
No scoring in that first round. Peter Vines and Dimor Horenstein. The winner takes on Moti Horenstein in the championship. Heavyweight division is defined by 176 pounds and up.
Let's go, gentlemen.
And in boxing, 175 is light heavyweight, so heavyweight division starts a lot earlier in Shidokan.
There it is again, that jumping double knee.
You can't get a lot of leverage on that, can you?
No, you can't. He hasn't done anything with it. He just jumps up in the air and lands right back down his feet. But
unless you're setting something else up. There's a decent knee to the body by Vines.
See, the best thing Horenstein can do on the inside right there is just lock up, tie up, because the superior fighter on the inside is definitely Vines. He's the one with the potential to hurt with those knees.
Vines with the solid kick to the right leg of Horenstein. You know, you can start working those legs and drop your opponent like a big redwood tree if you really land often.
Right. Well, a lot of people back in the beginning of full contact fighting kickboxing in America didn't have respect for the leg kicks, but that's all changed now.
A minute to go.
We've seen fighters taken out with one solid kick to the leg.
I know you've been on both ends of those one big kicks. Oh, look at that flip. No points on that throw, but Horenstein delivered a message, perhaps. Right hand by Peter Vines.
Well, Horenstein looks tired, but his brother looked tired. And they came out like gangbusters once he had the gloves on.
30 seconds to go in round 2. Vines with a kick to the stomach.
Tried to sneak that knee in again.
Vines not as ferocious as he was in the first round. That's got to be a little bit of fatigue. Going to be interesting to see if they don the gloves, how this Horenstein does as the second round ends. This is about the most even match we've seen all night.
Right. There hasn't been anyone dominating these first 2 rounds.
No scoring thus far. As the two fighters will put on the 10-ounce gloves. If you get a look at one of the lovely ladies working from the Hooters camp as ring card girls.
Well, I would look to Horenstein to be a pretty good, solid kickboxer, puncher, kicker with those gloves on because of the way his brother came out, and I'm sure they're sparring partners.
Thai boxing rules will be used. 10-ounce gloves, punching to the face permitted, removal of the gi tops. All other bare-knuckle rules apply. And the winner gets Moti Horenstein in the championship. Well, we've got some good finals to look ahead to. Hidetsu Otsu against Pat White in the lightweight division. Tony Otero against Bo Medenica in the middleweight division. I'm particularly looking forward to that lightweight bout. Right here, as they put on the gloves, it's for the right to meet Moti Horenstein in the championship of the heavyweight division of the Team USA Shidokan tournament. This one of 2 big events held in the Shidokan ranks this year. The other will be the Open, which will be held in the fall. That involves international fighters. Remember, the winner of this championship represents the United States in world competition and also gets an automatic bid to the Shidokan Open. No scoring as we go to the 3rd round. Black gloves for Horenstein and red gloves for Peter Vines.
Okay.
And Vines is a specimen. But in boxing, that doesn't always translate to power and good ability.
It's not a bodybuilding contest, Bruce.
Well, Horenstein's got the gloves on, but he prefers to grab a head instead.
Well, he had the head caught in the ring rope and was throwing a punch. I don't know what rules that breaks.
Horenstein landed a right, but he got nailed by a kick. Now, keep in mind, you can use that kick here.
Right, that was another knee.
What about a punch-kick combination? How devastating that could be.
Well, that's the ideal situation. Use your kicks to set up your punches. Use your punches to set up your kicks.
Nothing, let's go, gentlemen.
And you would think it would be more the latter, the punch to set up the kicks, because you get more devastation from a kick.
Well, you would, but you have more coordination with the hands, so really in kickboxing, it works the other way around. Most knockouts are scored by the hands, not the feet.
You know, that was a decent jab by Peter Vines. Horenstein now showing some blood from his nostrils with a minute to go in this 3rd round. I can't believe I actually called a jab in this competition.
Yeah, I think every now and then they throw one, actually.
Right hand landed by Vines. Combination by Vines. Horenstein counters with a right. You can see that a lot of the punches are a bit wide.
Well, these guys are tired. I mean, it looks like the technique's pretty much gone out of their fighting style here. But the heart hasn't gone out.
Oh, not at all. These guys have tremendous mettle. Horenstein landing. Vines got caught up trying to think about maybe a back spinning kick, and he almost got nailed. A lot of blood flowing from the nostrils of Horenstein. 10 seconds to go in this third round.
There's that toe-to-toe fighting we were talking about before.
Horenstein is bloody, but I don't believe he's hurt. No scoring through 3 rounds. No warnings, no penalties, been a clean fight. There's the corner of Dimor Horenstein from Spring Valley, New York, born in Tel Aviv, Israel, 25 years of age, 6'1", 219, representing the Survival Center in Spring Valley. Peter Vines, Chicago, Illinois, first degree Shodan in Shidokan. He's from the Chicago Fitness Center where he works with Eddie Ashimura. He's been in the martial arts for 6 years. Likes to consider himself a counterpuncher in boxing. What do you think thus far?
Well, what I'm thinking is, I was a kickboxer for 17 years, and at the end of 3 rounds, we always had a score. And I'd be pretty disheartened if after all this fight and punishment dished out and absorbed, these guys don't have a score yet.
That is,
I think they're going to come alive here in the next couple of rounds.
That is pretty unusual. But that's the way this tournament works. You've got to get points.
Right, this is definitely a unique setup for martial arts competition, where you actually do basically 3 different styles of fighting all in one night.
And most of the fighters I talked to thought this was the most multi-dimensional of the different karate.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They have the traditional full contact in Japan, the kickboxing, which is Eastern and Western, and then the new style grappling.
Vines landing a combination. Good left hook, good straight right hand, and Vines showing some boxing talent. Wonder what he would do if he got Teddy Atlas to work with him a little bit too.
You know, at this point, it's only going to take 1 solid shot for either fighter.
Horenstein continues to bleed from the nostrils. Horenstein looks very tired. I can see his legs are starting to get a little rubbery. See if Vines can take advantage of that. Horenstein is very fatigued, and he kicks to the head. Nice combination by Horenstein, punctuated by the straight right hand. A minute to go in this 4th round as Horenstein takes Vines down.
Now, even though that's not a score, you know, when somebody lands on top of you with their full body weight, it takes some energy out of you.
Whoa. Vines
Good move,
very
right hand right behind it.
And look out, Vines jumps on the rope, supported. Horenstein is just exhausted. I don't think he wants to fight.
No, he's exhausted. That's it.
That's going to be it. I don't think he's going to fight any longer.
He's done.
It's over. Vines warmed down.
You know, that's the first time that technique actually worked for Vines. And I don't know what the effect was. I don't know if it knocked the wind out of Horenstein or what, but he did the double knees. It's coming up, he grabs, there's a knee, that hurts. There's a right hand. Another right, and the double knee on top of his back takes all the energy out of him. That's it.
4th round stoppage.
I don't know if it was the double knee on the chest or basically Horenstein was just, the fight was out of him.
I thought early in the round when I saw the fatigue, then it's just an accumulation of blows situation.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't point to one specific technique that made the difference. It was just an accumulation of knees, punches, kicks that psychologically caused Horenstein to throw the fight.
And it was punctuated by that last series of blows. So the semifinals are in the books.